All right, Copycat, back over to you.
Well, thank you, Sydney. Hey, Cosmo, you made me want to go get a drink of that magic water. I'm a copycat. But listen, I hope everyone had a chance to reach out and use a tool. And now the whole idea is not only did I take that from what Bo had us to do, that was close to a month ago, but then, Bo, we took and tracked it. And on this day, I did it. So I put a check. And on Friday, the 1st, the 2nd of April, I did it. And I did it. And I did it. I did it. I did it. And I did it. And I did it. And it came up to be a chain. And that's from this book, The Consistency Chain for Network Marketers. And Marvelous Miriam and Diamond Dave had us do that, but it just is a psychology that happens in the mind when you do it. Well, on this Sunday, the 18th, it was 12 midnight, and I was nervous because wasn't sure that I had gotten out my two tools. Now, here's the thing: we're in control. Then I remembered, hey, you didn't do two people, but you sent two tools to say one. I gave myself a check. Consistency chain. So it's your rules, but it's fair. But you never want to break the chain. One day it was after 12 midnight, and I was working on things, this training, and I had it there. I said, listen, I got to get it done. I figured out how to email because it didn't matter, but I emailed two tools out at 2:45 in the morning. But it makes you stay on track. Okay. I want to ask how everybody did, but there's a couple of things I want to get in while I still have 3 minutes. Has anybody ever done push-ups before? Question: how many can you do? See some hands going up. All right, let's say that you can do 10, okay? And you go and do your best and you push out 10 today. Then you come back 2 weeks from now. How many do you think you can do? The experts say about 10. But if you were to work real hard today, then you came back tomorrow and gave it your best, you might get out 11, maybe 12. And then the next day, the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Well, at day 14, the experts say you'll do more than 10. You may do 20, 30, 40, even 50. Why? Because that shoulder muscle is getting used to doing it, and it used to producing more, and it rises to the challenge of doing more on a daily consistent basis. When consistency is the key to the breakthrough. Consistent effort does not always equal consistent results, but it always equals success. And here's what I want to do in my last minute. I want to congratulate everybody that's here because we show up consistently every day. Art Williams, founder of A.L. Williams, now Prime America, he says you beat 50% of the people just by showing up. Well, I said, that's one thing I could do. I could be part of the show up crowd. And you're showing up here every day. You're working on your skills, and that brain muscle in between your head, ears will work just like your arm muscles, and you'll produce more than you ever believed you can do if you just keep doing it. And the idea is my name is Big Copycat. I love you. I'm a copycat. Why? Because I try to copy the right stuff from the right cats. And we got some of the best cats to copy, the top of the line here on this group. Bo and Cindy, the best there is in this industry, and others. And here's the thing: the top of the line says you want to be promoters. They show us how to promote. So we need to do one thing: be part of the show up crowd, get our butts in the seats, be here. We're doing that. But also show up Saturday, you and your team, for the GoPro Mastermind. And Bo and Cindy showing us how to promote. So get yourself there. And Terry Lathan, Ambassador Triple Diamond, says you can map out your growth and your check for how many your team that you get to major events. So get yourself there, promote other people to be there. I'm Right on time, Cindy. Back to you. I appreciate this time to share.
Absolutely. Copycat, you're so onto it. So there's a stat out there that says for every person that you have at the convention will represent, so for $1,000 for the year that you'll earn from that business, that person's business. So if you have 100 people, that means you're going to earn $100,000 that year. So we haven't had a convention in a while because of this pandemic. The biggest event that we've had live, other than Envision, is this event coming up this Saturday. And let me tell you something. At Envision, we had 1,800 people attend Envision. We already have close to 3,000 people registered for this Eric Worre event.
Wow.
Okay. Now let me listen. So we've got more people registered for this Eric Worre event than we did for the company Envision event. Okay. So let me just tell you loud and clear, and this is so important. If you want to leverage your time, get as many people as possible to this Eric Worre event this coming Saturday. I bet you for every one person that you have attend, not just register, but attend the Eric Worre event, I bet it will represent $1,000 in your business this year. So you have 100 people attend the Eric Worre event, you will probably earn close to $100,000 this year in your ASEA business outside of your other businesses. So Copycat, great training today. I know that what you're teaching is true because Bo and I just packed bags and we put a little sock in there in our luggage, and then we put a little shirt in that luggage, and then we put a little toilet kit in that luggage, and then we put, a little book in that luggage, and then we put a pair of shoes in that luggage. And none by one item didn't seem like a whole lot. But when it all added up, it was a 50-pound suitcase. So same thing with this business. You reach out to people every single day. You place 2 tools, you stay committed to yourself, just like you would have to if you had a job, right? You'd get fired if you didn't do what you're supposed to do. We can't fire you in ASEA, but you can fire yourself. So Keith stayed consistent to himself, stayed committed to himself. And whether it was 2 o'clock in the morning or not, he stayed committed to his commitment to himself. So congratulations, Keith. I know you're on your way to diamond and beyond, wherever you want to go, because you're doing exactly what it takes. So I don't know if anybody has any questions for Copycat before we wrap it up this morning.
Well, are you even sending things out like without somebody's permission, I guess?
Answer to that question is yes. I send things out with their permission, and I send things out if I have to without their permission, but I keep the chain consistent. Now on that, what I did is they had already reached out and said that they wanted some. Instead of sending it out, calling him 2 o'clock in the morning or texting, I sent that out respectfully on an email, but it's still qualified. But to answer your question is, we're entrepreneurs. Figure it out. It's all figure outable. Have a system that you usually do, but get her done.
Thank you, Copycat.
You're muted, Cindy. Cindy, you're muted.
You're muted, honey.
Oh, so I'm sorry. Sandra, did you have a question before we wrap it up today? I guess not. All right. Fantastic training. Thank you guys so much.
Mimi.
Tomorrow's trainer is David Stratansky. Oh, wait, did somebody have a question? Who is that? Is that Sally
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you said Sandra or Sally.
or Sandra? Sure.
and it was
What's your
just-
question?
Yeah. It was just somebody, I'm just got back to me there now, and she said that I was wondering any thoughts. She says she well, she's in as an entrepreneur too, but she doesn't make much. She said she gets coupons, uses them, and she tries to use her orders for others to save shipping. And so, and she drops it off to people. So she was saying, I think all should be eating spices that are natural, not full of chemicals. They are low salt and sugar, help me for sure, as I'm type 1 diabetic and using a pump. So is there anything I can say to her that you think right off the top of your head, or what I
Just
should do?
send her the genetics.
That sounds like a Cindy answer.
Yeah, just send her the genetic study. Say, hey, I really appreciate that. Take a look at this. 100% of the people getting results 100% of the time. Think you can appreciate what you'll see, and then, you know, follow up. But who knows with that kind of a question.
And ask her if she's if she's a Facebook person, and if she is, add her to the See a Healthy Self site and tag her on some stories there. If she's not a Facebook person, then send her the realredoxresults.com website. The password is redox lowercase, and you can recommend that she watch some of the videos there. Have her watch the overview, the 7-minute overview by Alan Noble, and then have her watch whatever story makes sense to her on the left-hand side. They're all listed in little blurbs. She can just click on the blurb that she's interested in, and she'll hear a story regarding that kind of cellular health challenge.
Okay, thank you so much. I was telling my group today, just a little while ago, this is such a great idea, Copycat Keith, and all you and Cindy Buck, that we all have the help we need right here for
That's
the half
right.
hour. So thank you
That's
so
right.
much.
Fantastic. Well, tomorrow, David Stratansky is the trainer, so don't miss the training. David's phenomenal. Great job today, Copycat Keith. We'll see you guys tomorrow.